Well, hello, and thanks again for taking some time to be in a group this week. And also, just thanks for journeying with us. We've been together for about 7 weeks now, and our hope, our prayer, my hope and prayer is that you've explored, considered, and looked at new ways that you can journey into connection. And I hope we'll build on this. I hope there's plenty of application and ways that you and I can continue to grow. This week, as we kind of wrap up this study series, I want to talk about how God has designed the whole plan from the beginning. And I want to say it this way. Connection is meant to be the plan, and the family of God is meant to be the place. You see, that's the desire, the design of God. And that's why the body of Christ can become such a powerful place for people to experience connection, for you to experience connection. It's not the only place, but I believe it's God's design for it to be the best place for connection. And so today, let's reflect on that a little bit, and let's reflect on why we have to determine and trust and have faith in pursuing deeper connection. The first reason I think that's the case is this has been the plan from day one. Just reflect with me for a moment. Mankind started out with some important truths that were modeled. The story of Adam and Eve. The first thing God wanted me to be really clear about is don't go it alone. He said to Adam, it's not good for man to be alone. He brought Eve. They had a family. Mankind has grown through the generations. Don't go it alone. The other truth we find in that early story is trust the plan. Trust how God has designed this. You see, Adam and Eve's mistake of breaking relationship with God, with each other, was when God simply said, you're free to eat from any tree in the garden, but just don't eat from the tree in the center of the garden. And when you and I trust the plan, trust the way God has designed things, we walk in blessing. We walk in his provisions. A third truth we find in that early story is if you fail, try again. If connection hasn't worked, or if connection has been broken, or if it didn't go the way that we planned, try again. God is a pursuer, and I believe he wants us to pursue connection as well. Remember what happened after Adam and Eve? God came saying, where are you? He didn't say, what have you done? He said, where are you? And we can pursue connection just as God pursues connection. So that's the plan from day one. Another thing I want to note is that there's kind of this common move that we make when connection is difficult, or when we're not sure, or if we're not wanting to pursue, or if we don't know how to pursue. And I think the common move we make is we disengage. I think it's natural. I think the gravity can pull us toward just wanting to disengage, run from connection, avoid connection, hide from it. There's some reasons why that's the case. I think for some of us, we've had failed attempts because connection is hard work. Another reason I think it's common for us to disengage is because we've experienced unmet expectations. Way we thought connection was going to work. Ways we thought connection had to work. Expectations we've put on others, or expectations we've put on ourselves. And unmet expectations around connection can really cause us to disengage, or to drift, or to find ourselves not wanting to pursue connection. Another one is just the struggles of connection and disconnection. Sometimes the places that are meant to be the most connecting become the places where maybe we're hurt or disenfranchised, or the sources of connection we thought we could have or would have didn't become that. And so we've had a struggle in the places where we feel we should connect the most. And so these things, they may want us to move toward disengagement. But let me encourage you to pursue connection, to trust God that there's more, to trust that he can build and grow relationships, not only with him, but with others. And then let me just encourage you with this. This last thing I want to point out is that we need to stay the course. There's some tempting ways to handle connection or not handle connection. There's a lot of different things that can maybe get in the way, obstacles or things that maybe we're like not sure about or require more trust than we want. And in our companion book, there were some specific stories given, and I want to describe these stories illustrated the myths around the pursuit of connection, the myths that we may fall for. One example was the grass is greener on the other side. That's a myth. Like I just need to find connection with a whole bunch of different people or somewhere else. That may be the case sometimes, but other times that may not be what we need. We may need to press into the connections we have. Another myth that we can buy into is that I can live on the outside edges. Sometimes when we're hungry for connection, we're not finding it. We're tempted to just live on the edges of connection or just kind of dabble or just kind of watch from the outside. A third myth that I think we can buy into is that I can just go it alone. It's just going to be me and God. And let me offer just 3 responses to these myths. The first one is deep connected fellowship. It's our mission and it's our vision. The second truth I want to offer is that deep connected fellowship is not a spectator sport. We're not meant to be on the fringes. The third truth I want to share is that deep connected fellowship is attainable. I don't have to go it alone. You don't have to go it alone. And that's why I say I really believe that we're stronger together. So let's keep going deeper together. I'm so thankful for this time we've had together. I'm thankful for what God has, not only for our church family, but for the body of Christ, and even more importantly, what he has for you as we journey to connection. God bless.